Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, Lovisa. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Mm,
And welcome everyone to this little video on self-love. It's
yes,
the main theme for this.
it's a very important theme, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's something that we have finally kind of come to the conclusion that it's probably one of the most important parts of the ascension process.
Yeah.
And although a lot of us have worked with self-love over the years, I don't think we've quite realized how integral it's going to be for the next phase.
Right.
So this is the beginning of the integration of this information into the work that we're doing.
Mm-hmm. The interesting thing for me is I've been on this path, you were my first guide when I started waking up spiritually 5 years ago. And it feels like I never heard of this. No one has been, probably, since this is the way it goes, someone will have talked about it and it just completely passed me by. Because I think that's very interesting, even with meditations that you do. And you listen like for the 10th time, you hear a new part that you never heard before, because you probably weren't ready for it.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm thinking, how did I get this far on my pathway and not work with, haven't worked with this at all? Really, no. I haven't, because I haven't loved myself. Like not even, I've never been enough.
No.
Never enough for myself with anything. So constantly trying to please myself and that it was never enough. So constantly judging, and we do that, don't we?
We do.
A newborn baby wouldn't.
No, a newborn baby would be in that state of self. And I personally think that where we were energetically is so different from where we are now, that the self-love thing wasn't ready to be acknowledged in the way that it is. We've now passed through multiple very large, important, significant ascension gateways, where a lot of certain types of work had to be done. We had to release karma, we had to release ego, we had to kind of release all of the major structural hooks, cords, and attachments and connections to 3D that we have. And now we are working on the love of self. Now, love of self is the key. Okay. This is, like you said, it's like, how did I miss this? Yeah. How did it not be more important than it is now? But we had to go through certain breakdowns of overriding structures within ourselves before meeting this part, which is meeting ourselves, our inner child, the parts of us that the last hoops that we have kind of got to kind of navigate our way through before actually being able to stand in our own power, having worked significantly enough upon ourselves to be able to return that love unconditionally to the world around us. Yeah. So it's like you can't run before you can walk, and human beings have had to learn a lot. Particularly spiritual human beings on the pathway have had to learn an incredible amount, remember an incredible amount in a very short space of time. So that was the fundamental part of the first aspect of our ascension process, the first decade from 2012 to this particular Lionsgate. And now we're walking through almost I feel a little bit like the newborn baby kind of thing. We've moved through this gateway. We're in a very, very different energy, got this cacophony of noise, fuss, and goings on in the 3D world. But we're being asked to just focus upon ourselves and our process to refine what we are and the energy that we return to the world around us. So it has naturally come back to the part of self-love. Yeah. A lot of people have been speaking about for a while. But until you actually get rid of the ballast that's surrounding you karmically, egoically, that's on not just a personal level, but on a generational level as well. Now we're ready to work on this next phase. That's how I feel. Yeah,
because it felt like also, well, it started for me, let me say that first, with me feeling that I was held by Archangel Chamuel, actually, like he was holding me as a little baby, totally my inner child. And then but then it moved into me holding myself like that. And yeah, we're going to share a meditation with everyone.
We are, and with that meditation comes a little bit of a homework / challenge as well, doesn't it? It's lots of different people will be feeling different kind of levels of importance about where this particular pathway is going at the moment. But and I was talking to Archangel Metatron when I kind of headed out into the woods this morning, and he said it's all about light, it's all about frequency. Everything that occurs now from this point onwards is all about personal frequency. And of course the personal frequency gets refined when in a state of self-love. It comes back to us, and that's not a selfish thing to be concentrating on us.
Because what I was because what I was saying, when you're a newborn child wouldn't have that, but like the conditioning of the society. And I also do feel it plays very well in the hands of those trying to keep us in 3D. That we don't have that self-love. Because you can only come to a certain point, like without the self-love then. So it was like, for me, I couldn't get any further. For example, I think
it's watching what you've been through on an initiation level, Lovisa. You can see exactly why you've been through it, and exactly like this amazing template that you now have to teach from. And I've been through the same thing as well. You as teachers, as kind of as way showers, we've got that drive, and and it's push. If you're not achieving, then you're not doing enough. You're not up there. You're not serving the planet. You're not serving yourself. You're not keeping up with the Ascension Joneses, so to speak. And that is absolutely, it's an old modality. It's something that we're being asked to drop completely and just put ourselves in flow, in a state of love, because that fifth dimension energy doesn't match that push template. They're like Mars and Venus,
right? And it can be quite hard to make this shift, actually.
Hardest thing to go through.
And the interesting thing is, when I first, I heard about this from the lovely Claire Taylor, who I know that you've been, recommending as well.
Oh, she's amazing.
Yeah. And I was like, what is she talking about? And the immediate thing she said, when she said to me, stop clearing and releasing, was I got depressed. I got so low, and I was feeling, I was blaming myself. It was guilt. I've been doing this wrong. And then she had to come back and said, no, that's not what I meant. It has been, has been the phase up until now, and it seems like on a collective level,
everybody's had to do it. We've had to do it to get up to speed. We've had to do it to get where we are.
Next phase. And she's also saying, like, by sending love instead of just asking for this, because I've been also sick most of the summer. I was getting like cold after cold, and I was like, clear and release. I bless the release, what does not bring me peace. Like, it was like a mantra in my head. And she said, did you realize you're making yourself sick because you're asking for more, and this is your body's way of releasing? I was like, no. So the guilt of that, I'm making myself sick again. But no, okay, it's okay. I thought this was the right thing to do. And then, but very, very hard. She said, because I said to her, please help me. What can I say instead? Because this is it's just like automatic in my head, because it's been for months that I've been the same mantra. And she said, well, for example, like, I love my body. I ask for support to balance and nurture. Like, I love my body. That doesn't resonate at all. I don't love my body, and that's how it started. I realized, and how much my whole system, my body at first, and then everything, all parts of me was just longing for me to love me.
Absolutely. And there lies the key. That's it. While we're projecting this criticism inwards, that criticism is automatically applied to the world around us.
Right. And so as within, so without.
What are we creating? What are we creating from that point of drive, criticism, constant push? Because there's something that we're not comfortable with, and there's something that we haven't acknowledged. And of course, this goes, it plunges into the deepest realms of kind of the shadow work. But that shadow work we no longer need to push for, because it comes automatically because of the quality of the light that has been shone upon us. We just simply need to move through with loving grace, as opposed to get a shovel and dig because you're bored or you don't feel like you're doing enough. And
that was also what Claire tried to explain to me. It will still release like the things that need to be cleared and released, but through love and in a much gentler, softer way when you do it, through love, through loving it into back into the light.
Yeah,
right?
totally.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, there's so much.
We've got so much to be learning and working through for this next phase, and it's going to be a beautiful meeting of the workshop that you and I have on Thursday night, because it's going to be very much working with this energy. I mean, post Lionsgate tends to be a little bit like after Christmas, everyone's like, oh, it's like, and you kind of go wilty and droopy and like look forward to the Virgo energy coming in, and it's just like that was really intense. And we've had the super moon, that moon was really, really full on. And of course, we've got, I think it was yesterday, there was an astrological alignment where Uranus was conjunct with something. I can't remember it now. I had it in my head earlier on, but it's big. And also Saturn was closest to Earth on the 14th. So yesterday, astrologically, it was a big day, and I could feel it process-wise, physically, kind of thing. But instead of kind of like grabbing hold of it and going, right, okay, I've got to shake this out, I've got to deal with it, I just let it flow. So by the evening, it had passed, and it was moving through. So resistance is as they say, resistance is futile, as they say, the Borg say in Star Trek. It just has to move through. It just flow. Everything's about flow, gentleness, having that loving energy, which is the absolute polar opposite of what the 3D matrix is asking us to feel and be involved in. That energy is becoming increasing. I mean, it was caustic 2 years ago. Now it really is. Like, we don't want to be engaging with that. That does no good on an energetic level at all, regardless of how tempting it is to get involved. And
I wanted to kind of expand a little bit on the self-love, because there's so many aspects of it, and
massive conversation.
and how it, like, well, I'm from Sweden. I'm in Sweden, and here in Scandinavia we have the Jante law, which is like, don't think that you're anything special, like, and it really
program.
Like, that programming. But I think it's not just here, it's different in different cultures, but you have to feel like you're supposed to put others first, just one thing, and that's like a beautiful thing to do, to kind of to sacrifice yourself for others. But when you then realize this thing about like that, it's something if actually from the Bible that I never understood. It was such like, what does this even mean? It makes no sense to me. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Is that how it's?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
And I'm like, what on earth does this mean? You love as thyself. That would mean that I love others so much more than myself, because that's what you're supposed to do. Or otherwise, you're selfish and egotistical, and that's what I feel is part of that programming, really keeping us in limitation.
There's everything that was taught. I mean, and this is a real spiritual program that runs through the light community. Is that whole kind of, leave the cup empty because everybody else needs more than you do. And that it's become so apparent, so critical, that we tend to that cup and keep it filled. Keep it filled with good stuff. Don't kind of fill it with everything that you can kind of lay your hands on. Make sure the quality is of a loving vibration. And then you regenerate, then you have plenty to give. You have more than plenty to give, because you are in tune with universal flow, and that energy simply moves through you. It doesn't take anything from you. You are part of the flow that then becomes available to the others around you, provided you are not stepping outside of your boundaries of self-care and self-love. So important.
Something that why I found this so strange for me is also I'm all about the heart, and you know, I even have, I mean, our Universal Angel Mary, like I have a quote from her that I used in a workshop on, you know, reawakening your higher heart, and it's on my website. And so see if I remember it now, but let's see, just yeah, open your heart, embrace your own light and shine. It's like it's all about the heart and listening to your heart. What does your heart tell you? You're the same. You know, I learned from you as well. And then like this very strong connection to the cosmic heart and everything, and that part of my mission is just shining my heart light out, and that will, you know, help others, awaken the hearts of others, and so on. And then I've been bypassing myself. I never allowed myself to receive of my own heart light. No. And how that has made me vulnerable. Because also it was something you told me, like, because you were giving private sessions then, so that I had an ascension session with you, and it helped me so much, you know, that because I was in fear of like lower energies. And you're saying when you just raise your own vibration, shine out that light from your heart, that the darkness can't reach in.
That's your protection.
So, yeah, and so I realized that was kind of a back door in that. I never let that my own heart light saturate me, my own physical body, mental, emotional, my own field. So I was letting it, you know, shine outwards, but never. So that made me vulnerable, and that protection wasn't as, you know, because if you do this and you let it, and you love yourself as well, then there's literally nothing.
Infinite quantity of it.
Yeah, and nothing can, because it's like my friend said the other day, like all you need is to light one match in a dark room and you've got light. Like the darkness can't touch it. Can't reach in. No. So, but that was also one of these, like the last week since I realized about self-love and how important it is, that when I realized, okay, because we were also talking about protection, like what type of protection do we actually need, and so on. And from the beginning, I felt that I wasn't working a lot with that because my own heart light was enough.
Yeah.
But then if you don't give it to yourself as well, that does leave you vulnerable. Absolutely.
You're only giving so many of the 33 chambers out, so it's not fully engaged. You want all 33 chambers, all singing, all dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Now are we getting ready for the meditation?
Yeah, I'm going to stop my video, and I'm going to
me too. I was planning on, I'm going to do that first, and then let's see. Does that show? Yeah. No, there's nothing there. Okay. There was no photo. Okay, I'm going to have to search for it. I have to reopen that. Beautiful roses. Oh, okay. Sorry about this. Yeah, it's another rose photo opening. Okay, let's go with that one then. If that one will show. Let's see. Let's see if that one will show. Maybe you recognize it, Tim. That's from our first workshop.
Beautiful.
Portals to the Cosmic Heart.
That's right.
So that's the one.
Love it.
To be.
Oh, okay. That looks good to me.
Yeah. Okay, so what was given to me, so I wrote this meditation yesterday, and like an introduction to it is that you're supposed to repeat this if you like, if you take on this challenge.
It is a challenge.
Yes, for 21 days. And its purpose is to be gently moving you step by step into a state of self-love, unconditional love for all that you are. And it won't be pushing. It will be slow and gentle and compassionate, ever accepting, lighting you up in all of your beautiful complexity as a human being here and now, filled with pure source love overflowing from within your own open heart.
That's beautiful. So if you are feeling guided to do so, do this for 21 days. Okay. So just start to now close your eyes, focus on your breath, breathing in slowly and gently through your nose. Fill your lungs, hold it for a few seconds, and then breathe out through your mouth. And then again, in through your nose, and out through your mouth, just feeling yourself completely engaged in your breathing and relaxing.
And as you keep breathing, now feel the earth beneath you, holding you steady. And how threads of your light, like roots, start to grow from your Earth Star chakra beneath your feet and anchoring you securely and deeply into the earth. With every breath, your roots grow deeper and wider, connecting you with the earth itself and with the heartbeat of Gaia, Mother Earth. Feel her love for you.
Now, as you keep breathing like this, deeply grounded and connecting with the heart of Gaia, appearing with you now with a soft fragrant scent of roses is the angel of love, Archangel Chamuel. Chamuel encourages you to start breathing every breath in and out, specifically through your heart. So just do that, take a deep breath in. Breathe out through your heart while feeling Chamuel's energy all around you. Breathe in love into your heart. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out this beautiful love again from your heart.
Now allow this love that you're breathing in and out of your heart to start to fill up all of your bodies and fields. So feel how it's filling up your physical body. Breathing in love into your physical body, your emotional body, filling your emotional body with love, your mental body, breathing in love into your mental body, and into your spiritual body, your aura, just filling it up with love. And from here, it can also spread outside of you, into your surroundings. Just allow this and breathe with it for a little while now, while Archangel Chamuel is gently but firmly holding you from all sides.
Now feel how this softens you. How any tension or stress in any of your bodies and fields just gently leaves you and flows away, leaving you feeling peaceful and calm. Peaceful and calm. Peaceful and calm. And held beautifully within gentle and nourishing love. Continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, relaxing even deeper. Together with Gaia, Archangel Chamuel is holding you steady for the remainder of this meditation, so just be aware of this beautiful support that you have around you.
Chamuel now appears before you in his human form. The magnificent, glorious Archangel smiles gently and looks you straight into your eyes. "Take my hands," he says, and you do so without hesitation. Together with Samuel, you now close your eyes and feel how you're moving with him through time and space.
As Archangel Samuel gently squeezes your hands, you open your eyes and look around you. You find yourself standing with Samuel inside a soft pink rose-coloured chamber, and it is shimmering with iridescent golden white light. Surrounding you are a number of beings that are literally pulsating and shimmering with the same soft and pink golden white light. These beings are members of the Venusian High Council. They are smiling at you warmly and lovingly, and one of them steps forwards to introduce herself.
Welcome, beloved heart. I'm Lady Venus, and you're now standing in a healing chamber within the cosmic heart of Venus itself. She gestures around her, and you take in the energies of this marvelous place. Just breathe them in for a few moments now.
You have come here because it is time for you to immerse yourself in self-love, fully and wholly. You have come here to remember your immense unconditional love for yourself, all of yourself, every single little bit and piece of you. This, beloved, is freedom. This is peace. This is finding your way home into your own loving, compassionate embrace. Then and only then can you also love others fully and wholly, as within, so without.
Another member of the Venusian High Council now steps forward to stand beside Lady Venus. This is Sanat Kumara, and he holds one hand over his own heart and one over yours as he says, remember that your heart is the gateway to Source. Remember that within its sacred center, you hold a spark of Source love. You hold a spark of the heart of Source. Feel this now, go inwards into your heart, and let me continue to guide you with my voice.
So focus inwards into your heart now, guided by the source light within its center. It shines so brightly, so purely. Just move towards it with all of your consciousness now, until you actually feel yourself enter into this light. Feel this. Feel the sensation of resting in pure source love, held in pure, unconditional love. This is a love that is totally accepting of all that you are. There is absolutely no judgment here. Nothing to hide. No blame, no shame. Only love, love, love. Love for all that you are. You are home.
And now move back into your heart again, back into your own body where you're standing in the healing chamber within the cosmic heart of Venus. And remember that this love in the center of your heart is Source love. You are Source love. And it's okay to love yourself just like Source loves you. It's how it's meant to be. Just let this awareness sink deep into your consciousness deep into your mind, deep into your bones.
Repeat to yourself, I love myself. I truly love myself. I love all of myself. Everything is okay. I no longer need to hide any part of myself from myself for the fear of being judged. I love all of what is me. Whatever arises, I shall love it.
And now within you, there is a stirring, a movement, as your wounded self, your inner child, makes itself known. It comes looking for love. It only wants to love and to be loved in return. So embrace your inner child, and whatever arises now, love it. Whatever your inner wounded child wishes to show you today, love it. Embrace it. Be with it. Breathe with it. Do this for a few moments now, while remembering that you are love.
So just breathe and relax while this is occurring. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. And slowly, gently feel how the pain or anything else that comes up just simply dissipates, dissolves, and releases. Just repeat that again. Take a deep breath in. As any pain dissipates, dissolves, and releases. Until all this is left is love, peace and love.
You once again become aware of the presence of the Venusian High Council surrounding you now, as they start, each of them, to hum a tone. Just take in the harmonies created by their voices now, and feel how they help you to become fully anchored into your love of self, into your own heart light. Peace, love, harmony. If you wish, you can join in with your own tone, or just stand and listen and take in the sound, the vibration. Feel these harmonies enter your bodies and fields, and take note of their healing and balancing effect on you.
So now as the singing stops, it is time to gently return to where you started from. Sanat, Kumara and Lady Venus smile at you, and you thank them and the rest of the Venusian High Council for their loving assistance here today.
Archangel Chamuel once again stands before you, and you take his hands and close your eyes. As you open them again, you find yourself back in your body, in the here and now. So take a few deep breaths to really anchor back into your body again.
So breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just feel yourself coming back physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Unify yourself. And when you are ready, open your eyes and smile. You love yourself. You truly love yourself. It is so.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for that, Lovisa. That's gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Yeah, so
And
21 days. If you can do that
yeah.
for 21 days, you will notice a vast difference in how you're feeling. And it will really bring your attention to this aspect of self-love. We're going to be working with this theme, this healing theme, this self-love theme in the workshop that Lovisa and I are running on Thursday night, which is the closing of the Lion's Gate.
Yeah.
Big healings taking place. So if you're feeling called to join us, we'd love to see you there very much.
The gentle healing circle, really loving. Yeah.
Bit of post Lion's Gate love.
Yes. And I just want to say, I feel the Venusians so present, the High Council, Lady Venus and Kumara, and they're also very
much
happy to be bringing this to us.
They are indeed happy to see us doing this part of the phase.
Finally. Yeah. So thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Lovisa, and sending you all lots of love, and we will see you again soon.
You will.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.